how to attract women with lesbian energy. One of the main questions that lesbians have, especially if they're feminine presenting lesbians, is how do I let other women know that I'm a lesbian? Or how do I attract more lesbian women? Because whether you are feminine presenting or even if you're masculine presenting, a lot of lesbians struggle with attracting women to them. And I'm going to explain to you why. So stay tuned throughout the entire video. I am Giselle Wallace, certified gay life coach and author. Here on my YouTube channel, I provide my lesbian perspective. And if that interests you, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. So, how to attract women with lesbian energy? Well, what you need to do is you first need to acknowledge to yourself who you are. If you are not aligned with yourself, then it's going to be very difficult, if not impossible, for you to attract women as a lesbian. If you're struggling with accepting yourself, and the reason why you may not accept yourself as a lesbian could be probably due to religious reasons. If you come from a very strict religious homophobic upbringing, then this can cause you to maybe have internalized homophobia, or maybe you are feeling shame, or you feel insecure and you're not confident enough for you to be yourself openly. What I mean by openly is you're not ready to let people know that you identify as a lesbian. You feel a little uncertain. You may feel intimidated. Maybe you're concerned about how people will treat you if you let them know that you're a lesbian. So if you have any of those type of thoughts or feelings, then you're going to have a difficult time attracting women naturally to you as a lesbian, because you are not aligned. You are not in tune with who you are. You have not fully accepted yourself as a lesbian. You have to start with self-acknowledgement. Lesbianism is not just about you being a female who is attracted to other females. Lesbianism is actually how you identify, it's how you think, it's how you behave. It's also your culture. It's a way of life. It's how you live. And when you are closeted, when you are on the down low, or if you have any type of shame or insecurities about being your authentic self, puts you in a position where you are not exuding your natural lesbian energy. And what I mean by that is you're more than likely performing. You're performing as if you are a heterosexual female. And you do this without even thinking about it, because you've been programmed to fit in a heteronormative society. You don't really want to cause any waves to crash. You just want everything to be smooth sailing. But here's a secret about being a lesbian, being in your authentic self. You're radical. Out lesbians are very radical. They go against the grain. they are so naturally in sync with themselves that they are very appealing. It's like they're magnets. They draw women to them without even trying. And it's because they love being lesbians. They are confident in being lesbians. And if you are not confident in being a lesbian, then you're not going to attract women naturally. You're going to actually really put off women. They're not going to feel like they've made connections with you. They're going to kind of feel like something is off about you. Even if you are pleasant, even if you're polite, women will feel disconnected from you. They'll feel like they can't reach you. And the reason why is because you are closed off. You have a wall. And being in your natural lesbian energy, it actually is like waves of energy that are flowing out of you, and it goes through the atmosphere. And energy is very palpable. Energy is always moving, but the energy that you need is positive energy. You need safe energy. You need energy that represents your desire for women. When a lesbian attracts women to her naturally, whether she's feminine presenting or masculine presenting, it's because her energy is very authentic, it's very safe, and she has no issues with expressing her attraction and love for women. This is what makes lesbians who are open lesbians be so appealing. They're not closed off. And lesbians actually don't have sexual hangups. You develop a lot of sexual hangups when you come from an upbringing that tries to control you and also manipulate you, especially when you're a female. Because, well, being a female or being a woman, because we live in a patriarchal society, men tend to like to control the behavior of women, especially when it comes to their sexuality, because men like to have the access to all women. And when you're a lesbian, you don't have in your mind to attract men or to be with men. And this also is a part of lesbian energy. When you are not in your lesbian energy, you're blocking yourself off from attracting women. And this is not actually spoken about, but I'm going to tell you another secret. When you're not in your natural lesbian energy to attract women, you actually attract more men to you because you're performing subconsciously as if you are a heterosexual woman. You also, when you're in this cycle of performing as a heterosexual woman and you're attracting men to you, because you don't want to attract men, you become very frustrated, irritated, and annoyed. And you will reject men, but at the same time, you're also rejecting women. And you may wonder, well, how is that possible? Because how can I be attracting men, but I'm not attracting women? It's because you are actually performing to be someone who you are not authentically. So you can perform, which is another way of saying you're acting. You're not being your true self. You're pretending. And you're drawing the very thing that you don't like, which is men. And so when these men approach you and you get upset, you get annoyed, you reject them, well, because the way men are, they really don't take, a lot of women seriously. And they'll continue to still chase after you. Even though you're rejecting them and you're pushing them away, it's just kind of like the cat and mouse game. And you become more and more frustrated because you know that you want a woman, you want to attract women, but you're not. And you're like looking at all of these lesbians, and you see a lot of lesbian couples together, or you see women that you're attracted to, but they're not attracted to you, and they're always attracted to other women. And you're trying to figure out what's up with her. Why is she able to get all of the good looking women? What's wrong with me? And it's because you're not in your lesbian aura. You are closed off. You're blocking the lesbian energy that you need to attract women. So you have to start with identifying who you are. That way you can be able to be conscious about your thoughts and your behavior, because what you think actually manifests in your behavior. And so once you're able to focus in on your thought processes and your behavior, and you notice, oh, I see why I'm not attracting women, but I'm attracting men. And then you reverse your thought processes and your behavior follows. So just imagine the kind of woman that you like, the kind of woman who was very appealing to you. It was just something about her that was so attractive. You had to get next to her. You wanted to get to know her better. Well, that's a woman who is in her natural lesbian energy. She makes you feel safe. She draws you in like a magnet. She's confident, and she has no sexual hangups. She's not being manipulated and controlled by her environment like you are. And that's why you are so fascinated by her. And this woman who you're attracted to, she is able to attract you because she is in her lesbian natural energy, whether she's feminine presenting or masculine presenting. We also have masculine and feminine energy. And so your energy is actually derived from how you think and how you behave. So it is a combination of how you view yourself and how you treat yourself and how you allow other people to treat you. I'll repeat, your energy is a combination of how you view yourself, how you treat yourself, and how you allow other people to treat you. So if you are in your lesbian energy that is positive, then you're not going to allow the environment to control your life or tell you how you should act or behave or believe or think. So lesbians who attract women naturally to them without even trying, they are very confident about who they are as lesbians, and they have absolutely no problem with letting women know that they like women, that they love women. These kind of women are always upbeat. They're always very calm. They're the kind of women who make you smile, who make you laugh. They make you feel safe. They actually make you feel good about yourself. They're the kind of women who you know they're a lesbian. You know, the kind of women who you probably don't know her. You don't even know that she's a lesbian, but you pick up, I believe she likes women. Some people call it gaydar. Well, gaydar is actually a very real thing. And when you are a lesbian and you are in your positive lesbian energy, you attract women to you very easily because you are a lesbian and you are giving off the energy that you are a lesbian, which is very important. When you're not being yourself, when you're more concerned about how other people think of you and how people will look at you if you quote unquote act gay, well, then you'll start trying to act like how you think a heterosexual woman acts so you can stay under the radar. So you're doing a very good job at that because you're closing yourself off from women. Women don't recognize you as a lesbian. They don't. And when people identify you as a lesbian without really knowing you are a lesbian, that woman is absolutely in her lesbian positive energy. She has the lesbian aura, and that's why she attracts women to her. That's all I have for now. I am Giselle Wallace, certified life coach and author. Maybe you have your own personal situation that you're going through. I provide life coaching to help you to discuss what you're experiencing and help you unpack how to navigate your situation. That way you can get to a point where you are able to attract women naturally with your positive lesbian energy. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share this video. Have a wonderful day.